Every pitmaster remembers the first time they pulled a perfectly smoked brisket off an offset smoker. But the wrong smoker can turn that dream into a 6-hour nightmare. Today, let's make sure your next smoker is the one that gives you blue smoke, steady heat, and meat so tender it almost slices itself. In this video, the smokers are ranked from 7 to 1, starting with solid budget-friendly options and ending with a model that feels way more premium than its price tag suggests. 7. Royal Gourmet CC 1830S. The Royal Gourmet, a classic starter offset that gives you a big cooking surface without a big price tag. With about 811 square inches of total cooking area, including porcelain enameled grates in the main chamber and a warming rack, it's roomy enough for a couple of racks of ribs, chicken halves, and a pan of beans all at once. The lid-mounted thermometer and the offset firebox make it feel like a real stick burner, so if you're jumping from a gas grill or a tiny kettle, it immediately levels up your barbecue game. For basic weekend cooks, burgers over charcoal in the main chamber and a small fire in the box work just fine. Where the CC 1830S really shines is as a learning platform. The dual damper system and adjustable charcoal pan give you hands-on control over airflow and heat, forcing you to understand how an offset breathes. You can raise or lower the charcoal pan to move from low and slow to a hotter grilling zone, and that adjustability makes it easy to experiment with searing steaks over direct heat after a reverse sear in the main barrel. Mobility is also a plus. The lightweight steel construction and 2 cartwheels make it easy to roll around a patio or tuck away after a cook. However, that same lightweight construction is also one of the CC 1830S's biggest weaknesses. Out of the box, the metal is on the thinner side for an offset, which means heat retention is not its strong suit, especially on windy days or cooler evenings. 6. SUNLIFER Charcoal Grill with Offset Smoker. The SUNLIFER Smoker, a compact dual-chamber unit that's well-suited to smaller patios and casual family cooks. It offers around 512 square inches of total cooking area, which is enough for a family of 4 to 6 without feeling cramped. The main barrel handles your burgers, wings, and steaks, while the side firebox gives you a dedicated smoking zone for ribs or a small pork butt. Cart-style wheels and a lower storage shelf make it easy to move and keep your charcoal and tools close at hand. Temperature control on the SUNLIFER is better than expected at this size and price. A built-in thermometer on the lid provides a quick glance at chamber temps, and the adjustable vents on both the firebox and main barrel give enough control to dial in a moderate smoking range. Once you've learned how this pit breathes, it's entirely possible to run a steady low and slow session for sausages, chicken thighs, or ribs. It's also nimble enough to jump up in temperature, so searing a batch of burgers after a smoke session doesn't feel like a struggle. That said, beginners may find there's a bit of a learning curve in balancing heat between the offset and the main chamber. The more compact cookbox means changes to vent settings show up quickly on the thermometer, and a heavy hand on the air intake can cause temperature spikes. For longer cooks, expect to tend the fire a bit more often than on a heavier, larger offset, especially if the weather shifts or the wind picks up. 5. Royal Gourmet CC 1830W. The Gourmet CC 1830W, a close cousin of the CC 1830S, but with refinements that make it more user-friendly and slightly more polished. The CC 1830W keeps the 30-inch barrel design and generous cooking area, giving you ample space for multiple racks of ribs, a whole chicken, and sides. The offset smoker box delivers that classic indirect heat and smoke channeling across the main chamber, which is ideal for brisket flats, pork shoulders, and larger roasts. Royal Gourmet positions the CC 1830W as a budget-friendly but feature-rich backyard smoker, and it delivers on versatility. The charcoal pan can be adjusted to tweak how close the coals sit under the grates, allowing you to transition from low and slow to direct grilling with relative ease. A front shelf and side table add practical workspace for trays, rubs, and tools, so you're not constantly juggling pans on the ground or a separate table. For someone who wants one unit to both smoke and grill on a regular basis, it fits that hybrid role nicely. Real-world use does reveal a few quirks, mainly during assembly. The CC1830W arrives in multiple pieces, and some users find the instructions and alignment points a bit vague, leading to a couple of hours of careful work. If you rush this part, you can end up with slightly misaligned lids or wobbly shelves, which then affect how tightly the smoker seals. Once everything is squared up, though, it settles into a solid backyard performer. Number 4. Captiva Designs Charcoal Grill with Offset Smoker. The Captiva Designs Offset Smoker steps things up with a smart layout and thoughtful temperature control features. The main chamber provides a generous primary grate and a warming rack, while the attached smoker box lets you run true offset cooks. A built-in thermometer and multiple adjustable air vents make it easier to keep an eye on temperatures without constantly opening the lid. One of the standout aspects of the Captiva Designs unit is how it balances grilling and smoking. The main grate is large enough for a full spread of burgers, steaks, or skewers, and the addition of a side grate over the firebox gives an extra high heat zone. That means you can be rendering fat and smoke on a rack of ribs in the main chamber while quickly charring vegetables or searing sausage links over the firebox. For backyard hosts who like to cook a mix of foods at once, this is a big quality of life upgrade. Temperature tuning on this grill is more controlled than what is typically found on budget offsets. The adjustable vents make it straightforward to throttle airflow, while the layout of the firebox and stack encourages a predictable smoke path through the cooking chamber. With a stable coal bed and a manageable amount of wood, it's not difficult to hold a steady medium-low range for several hours. This makes it much easier for intermediate users to focus on rubs, timing, and wrapping rather than fighting wild temperature swings. Three, Sophia and William Alpha Joy. The Sophia and William Alpha Joy, a heavy-duty charcoal grill with offset smoker that starts to feel truly serious in both size and capability. With an overlarge 941 square inches of total cooking area, it's built for gatherings. Think several racks of ribs, a couple of chickens, and sides all going at once. The porcelain enameled iron grates in the main chamber are durable and resist sticking, making it easier to get clean grill marks and easy cleanup. The offset smoker on the Alpha Joy is securely attached to promote better circulation of heat and smoke through the main barrel. That steady flow means more even cooking from one side of the grate to the other, which is crucial when you're running big cuts like brisket or multiple pork butts. In practice, it does a great job of bathing food in a steady stream of smoke without hot spots getting out of control. This makes long overnight cooks much less stressful, since temperature drift is easier to manage. One of the smartest features is the easy-to-push-out side tray for charcoal and ash. Instead of reaching deep into the grill or tearing apart your fire to clean it out, you simply slide the tray out to add charcoal or dump ashes. That small design choice has a huge impact during a long cook when you want to top off fuel without losing too much heat. Supporting details like cool touch handles, a built-in bottle opener, and a clear, easy-to-read lid thermometer round out a very user-friendly package. 2. MFSTUDIO Charcoal Wood Offset Smoker Grill. The MFSTUDIO Charcoal Offset Smoker Grill stands out as a robust and versatile cooker that punches above its class. It's designed as a true charcoal and wood combo, giving you flexibility to run pure wood fires for classic offset smoking or mix in charcoal for easier temperature control. A heavy-duty main chamber and a solidly built firebox give it a more substantial feel than many entry-level units, and the overall layout supports both serious smoking and everyday grilling. One of the defining strengths of this grill is its one-piece smoker chamber construction. Many inexpensive offsets use multi-piece cookboxes that create gaps where heat and smoke escape, but this design helps keep everything tighter and more efficient. In practical terms, that means less fuel wasted, better control over temperature, and more consistent smoke flow across the food. The result is more even cooking and cleaner smoke flavor. The MFSTUDIO also offers a generous cooking surface suitable for family cooks and small gatherings. Combined with multiple shelves for storage and prep, it becomes an all-in-one outdoor station for long weekend sessions. Adjustable venting lets you fine-tune airflow, and with a good coal bed established, it's relatively straightforward to hold that sweet spot low and slow range for ribs and shoulders. The ability to blend charcoal and wood gives you more control over both flavor intensity and heat curves. Durability is a core selling point here. Heavier gauge steel and a better sealed chamber make the grill feel more like an investment than a disposable starter pit. One Green Party Offset Smoker Charcoal Grills. The Green Party Offset Smoker Charcoal Grill, a dual-mode machine that blends versatility, smart design, and strong performance. The key idea behind this grill is dual-mode mastery. It's built to switch seamlessly between authentic offset smoking and straightforward high-heat charcoal grilling. That means you're not just buying a smoker, you're getting a flexible outdoor cooking system that can handle brisket one day and fast weeknight burgers the next. The main cooking area is impressively spacious for its footprint, offering ample room for multi-item cooks. You can load it up with ribs, chicken quarters, and sides for a full meal without everything feeling cramped. When smoking, the offset box channels heat and smoke smoothly through the main chamber, giving you the indirect environment needed for low and slow. When grilling, shifting your fuel to the main chamber instantly transforms it into a high-heat charcoal grill capable of serious sear. Temperature and smoke control are where this unit truly separates itself. Smart vent placement and a well-designed smoke path make it easier to lock into a stable temperature range compared to many budget offsets that leak heavily. With a balanced fire in the box, the chamber warms evenly, encouraging that ideal thin, clean smoke rather than bitter billowing clouds. The design makes it feel less like you're fighting the cooker and more like it's working with you. Build quality is another standout advantage for the Green Party Grill. The construction feels solid and reassuring, with better sealing and fitment than most entry-level options. Final thought. That's all for today, folks.